Vivians. Just open the floor with questions now.
Tori, you look up here, you got your picture up in the gym and all that. Have you sat back and kind of thought about how far you've come since you came over here from Scott Central a few years ago?
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I tell people college was the best days of my life, and I honestly wish I can come back and do it all over again because it was a very exciting time here.
Obviously, here is home for you, but why coaching? Like, is this something that you always wanted to do, or was this just an opportunity? Like, okay, I'll try this, especially since it's here.
No, this is pretty much something I always wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to coach. I actually coached Debrisha in camp when she came here years ago. That's how old I am, but no, it's something I always wanted to do. I always I'm gonna say kind of fantasize of like how I would be as a coach, and I'm just glad I can do it here home with Sam and the crew. So very grateful.
If somebody behind your side you just says coach, do you answer? Do you realize they're talking to you?
Listen, they started calling me coach in Seattle, so I've been prepared. Like, they stopped calling me Tori when they be like, coach, come do this. It's never Tori now, so it's always coach. So I'm pretty much used to it.
What's the biggest thing that you've been just teaching the girls about what it's like at the next level? I was talking to Jerky. She said, she wants to be. All these girls want to be where you are. Mm-hmm. What's some of the biggest things that you are teaching them, or things to look out for that you know is going to help them?
Like today, I was up there with Coach talking to Lord have mercy, Anaya. I was up there talking to Anaya, and it's like you got to put the work in. You get in what you put in. So. Like I just been telling them be consistent, be in the gym, and be pros already at collegiate level, and they can really do it.
Kind of going off that, Jessica Carter just left, so that was like the last piece of, the Schaefer era, the one that led to those moments kind of up there. But now you're back, a part of that. What do you think it'll take to kind of get this program back to, that stage and that kind of level of prominence that it was when you were here as a player?
Well, like I said, it's a new squad, new coaches, not the Schaefer era, it's the Sam era now. So he's going to do it in the best way he can, and I'm here to support it. So it's our era, and we're going to be the best we can to make it back to where the program used to be.
This is kind of a relatively new thing with WNBA players kind of transitioning into coaching like this. Mm-hmm. How big of a whirlwind is that, going from playing on the court to teaching kids?
Well, it's kind of different because I'm going to say this. Last year I was with the Remix, the Trailblazers G League team, and I knew I was like, all right, this is something I want to do. It's totally different from coaching pros to going to collegiate. I feel like they listen more, and they want to learn, and they are not know-it-all. So it's pretty fun to be able to give back the knowledge I have from playing at every level of basketball. So it's pretty fun.
How much of a benefit do you expect this to have to these players? Someone who, achieved all kind of the goals that they have.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think your experience can help these players?
It can help them a lot of connections, so they can network with people I network with, and I feel like not even basketball, off the court, like if they want to do something off the court, I have a lot of connections. And then, like you said, I'm a professional athlete. I've been overseas and the WNBA, so I've been all around. So I feel like not only basketball, I can just help them connect with people outside of basketball as well.
What do you anticipate that moment's going to feel like when you're sitting back on the bench in the hump, again this season?
Trying not to sub myself in, honestly. Because I be wanting to get out there with them already. I was like, no, we just got to sit back here, coach, and just teach them so they can learn. So yeah, that's the hardest thing it's going to be for me.
I was talking with Chandler, and she said that she was watching your Mississippi State games back in middle school, so she fangirled a little bit when you guys first met. So, what is that transition for them? Like, what have you seen in them, trying to change their perception of you from someone they've watched play in college in the WNBA to someone who's there
honestly,
to help them?
I don't want them to change the perception because I was that player, and if they're striving to be that player, then they're striving to be where I am today. So they can keep looking at that as a goal. So it can motivate them to become what I am and even better. So I want them to keep looking at these pictures and these banners and me playing professionally so they can have goals too.
You had the advantage of growing up with a team. That's not the way basketball works anymore in college, but you were in the pros where teams change every year. Can you help with that ease transition for guys, so many transfers here, try to get them together in one season to play together?
Listen, this is my first year in collegiate, and It's different. It's very like we got a lot of fifth-year seniors. We got people from different schools or juniors that's transferred from other places. It's really different for me, but I feel like with them being in the portal, if they make it to the pros, like it's gonna be easy. Say for instance, you get traded to another team, like they already doing it, so they going to other teams. So I feel like for them it's beneficial. I'm not gonna say beneficial. For them, it'll help them transition to the pros if they want to. It'll be a lot of moving around, but it's okay.
Final two questions. If anyone knows, what it takes to win in college basketball, it's you. When you look at this roster, what do you think it's kind of? I know it's early, but what kind of potential do you think this roster has from talent alone?
We're gonna be a good, fast-paced defensive team. So, offensively and defensively, I'm liking the way we are. We just gotta keep grinding day by day, and you'll see.
I know you're doing a lot of teaching, but how much are you learning during this process from the coaching staff and just the players too?
I'm learning a lot. I've been in film sessions, been in player development sessions, been in meetings. So it's just coaching standpoint. It's like it's easy. I mean, because I know basketball, so it comes easy to me. But just being out here with these girls and trying to teach them and be a voice to them, I won't say it's challenging, but it's something I have to get better at because I've never been a player that leads by voice. I always lead by action. So now I have to use my voice. So I feel like that's going to be a good challenge for me, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good so far.